If you had to fight 37 chickens, what weapon would you choose? 11 herbs and spices? Flamethrower? Just my fists, a real fight man to chicken. A weed whacker? A giant loaf of bread. Distract the first wave with food, then use it as a club for the rest. Dual purpose simplicity. 74 foxes, half a chicken each wouldn't take long. Scythe? Master sword. What happened to cause this? Do I deserve it, or are these chickens simply enraged at the status quo and taking it out on me as an innocent bystander? A deep fryer? A sand wedge? Double it and pass to the next person. Chickens are not a problem with bare hands. Roosters, though, gonna need a big stick. A bloody chicken. Throw it into their midst, and they'll instinctively attack it and ignore you. Steamroller. I'd choose a tennis racket lightweight, good reach, and plenty of swings. A tiger, and then I would have my own tiger. 38 larger and better trained chickens. Flamethrower. Grilled chicken for everyone, amended from fried. The chancla. Doc Martens. Sawed-off 12 gauge. Hens or roosters, because those are two very different fights. Hens I could do with my hands. Roosters require armor. A nuke. Overkill? Not sure, but it would not require much aiming and be over in a couple of seconds. Not sure about a weapon, but I'd definitely be using a cockblock for defense. A bucket, obviously. A chicken soup blend in, and make them question why their comrade is acting so weird. Mustard gas. I know to hold my breath, but they don't. Frying oil. Peter Griffin. In a row? My Hanzo steel. I'd choose a flamethrower efficient, but ethically questionable. Why specifically 37? My dog, he's a collie. Now the chickens army is ours. They're chickens. Give me my buck knife, and I'm good. Now, if it was 38, we'd have a problem. A boat oar. Only the roosters will be actually dangerous. The rest will just be chickens trying to peck you. If I'm the invader, then I'd use bird flu as my weapon. If they're invading, I'm using a machete. Bring my black friends. 37 makes it interesting. If it was like 10 chickens, obviously I'd pick a gun. But with 37, I'd have to reload, and there's enough of them that they'd be on me before I could take them all out. I'd pick a wooden baseball bat. It gives me the reach and leverage to take a couple out in a sweeping motion. It's short enough that I can fight a bunch of them at close range, but long enough that I can keep them at a distance. It's versatile, so I can attack from a bunch of different angles, and a blunt weapon instead of a bladed one will keep it from potentially getting stuck inside a chicken. Disclaimer: offer not valid in Hyrule. Everybody knows that they fight you. Beretta 1301. Just my hands because I have a lot of experience choking my chicken. Flail. This is a bad idea. Haven't any of you played Zelda? An Urumi Urumi is a double-edged, long and narrow flexible sword-like weapon. This extremely sharp sword is made by joining and compressing foils of iron to ensure strength, durability, and flexibility. Since the flexible blade is no good for stabbing, it is slung around similarly to a traditional leather whip. In order to make continuous strikes with the weapon, it must stay continually in motion so that the momentum which gives the blade its slashing power is not lost. This usually requires the user to swing it over and around their head and shoulders in furious arcs. This makes the Urumi incredibly hard and dangerous to use, and the Urumi can easily cause as much injury to the user as it could the opponent. Given the fact that I know this, and the fact that my opponent probably wouldn't, I would just watch them try to assault me with the damn thing, while they did all the work by harming themselves instead of me just trying to get the damn thing to do what it's supposed to do. The reanimated corpse of Colonel Sanders. A feather duster gotta keep things classy and just lightly fluff them away. Flammenwerfer? A lawnmower like in the end of Dead Alive. A frying pan, because I would be using it afterwards. 37 Eagles? I picked the CEO of Tyson. Clearly, the greed would cause him to bring in additional backup, and the chickens would be served globally within days. Snowblower. A Girl Scout troop of 9-year-olds. I know from experience that if you bring them to a farm park, they will catch the chickens. Fox or Fox News, either one will kill them dead. Steel-toed boots. Nuke the entire site from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. With a Bible. Convert half to Christianity and they'll take care of themselves. Sure, all we need is a pan with oil, spices, herbs, and maybe a miracle to cook those 37 chickens. Gatling gun old school? The Colonel. Did you fight 37 chickens? Those magical racks they use at Costco to roast the $5 chickens. Chlorine gas? Then light it up. Thank God they didn't sign the Geneva Convention. My pet crocodile Blossom, he enjoys chicken snacks. When I was a kid seeing my great-grandpa use a sickle, he got like 7 on one swipe. Had a ton of fried chicken that day. Lol. A deep fryer. Obviously. A fox and a weasel. Grenade should be fun. Rice, explode the stomach, and make popcorn chicken.